Hello everyone, Danai here from Danai's Electrical Services, and in today's video I will be showing you how to wire a motor starter circuit. So to wire a motor starter circuit, you'll need a contactor or a contactor right here, a overload relay right here, and you'll also need a normally closed. No, this is a normally open. You'll need a normally open push button switch, which is our start switch, and a normally closed push button switch, which is our close switch. So our normally open and our normally closed. So we're just gonna get right into this video, guys. No wasting of time. So the first thing you're going to do is connect your overload relay to your contactor, right? Go ahead and slot it in place like this, and then I'm going to tighten my terminals. I don't think it is perfectly placed, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it a little better. Because I'm trying to get the angle so you can see what is going on. It's kind of difficult. So slap this in place. Go ahead and tighten our overload relay to our contactor. Right? So now that our overload relay is connected to our contactor, we're going to start our wiring. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to connect our source, right? And remember, guys, make sure your source is not energized, right? So let me go ahead, connect the blue phase. Go ahead and connect the blue phase. And our yellow phase. Doesn't matter which phase you connect first. I'm bringing you through the process step by step. Yellow phase is connected, and for our red phase we're gonna connect an extra wire along with our source. So gonna make a connection at this point here. Gonna have an extra wire, and you'll see what we'll do with that soon. Okay, so our source is connected, right? The next thing we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and connect my load, which is my motor. All right, we're going to connect my load where I have T1, T2, and T3 here. Connect my red phase, and I'm going to go ahead connect my yellow phase, and then my blue phase. As I said, guys, it doesn't matter what you connect first. Also, it doesn't matter if you connect the load or the source first, as long as your energy or your source is not energized. Please remember, guys, make sure your circuit is de-energized. So this is our load connected, our source is also connected, right? So this extra wire here that we have at L1, we're going to go ahead and connect it to our normally closed switch. Right? Connect that to our normally closed switch. And then from our normally closed switch, we're gonna have another wire. And this is our stop button, right? This is what we'll use to stop our motor. All right. So now we will connect from our stop button, our normally closed button, to our normally open button, and then we'll also have a next wire right here, and soon you'll see what we will do with that extra piece of wire. As I said, it's kind of difficult to work and then angle and then set things at a good angle where you guys can see what is going on clearly. Sometimes I wonder if an overhead shot would have been better, but anyways, maybe I'll think about that setup for the future. Right? We'll soon come back to this wire. On the next end, we're gonna also have two wires, right? On the next end of our normally open switch, we'll have two wires. Maybe I should use one of these small ones. All right. Okay. So from our normally open now, you'll have two wires that will connect across the normally open and the contactor, right? So this is our normally open. This is our normally open and the contactor. These two terminals right here, those are our normally open. So we're gonna connect the normally open switch, the normally open switch. I'm not even going to explain what I thought happened there just now. That's PTSD from working on a lot of live circuits. So our normally open switch connect across our normally open and the contactor. And then this terminal right here will connect to our normally closed and the overload relay. So these are our terminals, normally closed for the overload relay, 95 and 96. And then from the other normally closed terminal, also on the overload relay, we are going to connect to A2. It can be A2 or A1, but A2 is closer, so we'll use A2. And then we'll connect our neutral to A1. And that's pretty much it. This completes our motor starter circuit. Okay, so just to run through the circuit one more time, we have our source connected to L1, L2, and L3, and then we take our actuator from one of the lines, right? So we use our red phase from line 1 going to the stop button, which is our normally closed, that goes through our start button, which is normally open, through to the normally closed and the overload relay, and then our next connection and the normally closed and the overload relay to our A2 right here. As I said, it can also be A1. It's AC, so it can go either way. We use A2 because this is closer, and then A1 to our neutral because the actuator is 220 volts. Not sure if you can see it clearly there, but it's 220 volts. One of our line can give us the 220, right? Also, our normally open push button is connected across the normally open and the contactor, right? Normally open across the contactor. And then we have our motor connected to T1, T2, and T3 and our overload relay. And our neutral here, of course. And that completes the wiring for our motor starter circuit. When I press my start button, it will cause current to flow from here, because remember this is normally closed, so current is live up to here. Press the normally open, right? It closes, current flow through the normally closed to the actuator, right, to the coil, the neutral here. So across the coil is energized. That causes our contactor to contact, cause current to flow through our contactor through to the overload relay, right? When I press my stop button, it closes, because when you press start, it will latch, because we have it, our normally open switch is connected across our normally open and the contactor, right? Once I press that and it closes, the contactor will stay latched, right, until I press my normally close and it open and the circuit open, right, and our contactor will no longer be contacting. Important to know also, we have our dial here that we'll use to vary our current rating, right? We'll use this to vary our current rating. How we normally do this is that you'll get the correct size that is in the range that your load is. For instance, let's say our motor is 15, let's say 20 amp, right? This has a maximum of 22 amp. So what you'll do is you'll vary this, right, until your motor trip, right? When your motor trip, then you'll set the range a little below that, or you can just set it at the rated current, whichever one. But normally the best way to do it is to vary it until the overload relay trip, and then you set the range a little below that. Yep. So that completes the wiring for our motor starter circuit. For more videos like these, please feel free to subscribe to my channel, Danhaz Electrical Services. Thank you, thank you, thank you.